You didn't choose the cheapest option. You chose the one that felt safer. A better brand, a small upgrade, the responsible choice. And when it failed, you learned something that most people don't want to admit. Intent doesn't matter once the damage is done. This shard is simple. A mother buys her child a candy bar. Not the cheapest one, not the generic one either, but a premium brand, marketed as better quality, safer, it's cleaner, and is worth the extra cost. So the kid bites into it, and there's something hard inside, and his tooth breaks badly. There's blood everywhere, and then they go looking for help. The company does not deny that it happened. They don't argue the facts, and they don't apologize either. They do nothing. There's no recall, no compensation, and no responsibility. Just silence. And the family, they can't afford the dental work. And that's it. That's the whole shard. There's no villain monologue, no rage outbait, just damage and a bill. And here's what makes this uncomfortable. Nobody was careless. No warnings were ignored. No shortcuts were taken. There was no cheap option that was chosen. Instead, a better option was chosen. The thing that was supposed to be safer. And when it failed, something became very clear. Price didn't buy protection, and the brand didn't buy accountability. It just bought confidence. Confidence that someone else had checked. Confidence that someone else was responsible. Confidence that nothing bad would happen. And when something did, there was no system waiting to catch it. Just a family standing alone with the damage. And see, this is where it stops being about candy, because most people don't trust recklessly. They trust selectively. They trust brands. They trust titles and institutions. They trust logos. They trust the thing that looks established, the thing that costs more, the thing that everybody recognizes. Because trusting that feels responsible. And when it breaks, when it hurts you, you learn the quiet truth. You were never buying safety. You were just buying the feeling of safety. And the moment that something goes wrong, that feeling disappears. But the damage stays, the bills stay, and you stay. See, this shard does not argue that brands are evil. It shows something colder than that. That systems don't care about intent, they care about scale. One injury doesn't matter, one family doesn't register, and one broken tooth is not a crisis. So nothing happens. Not because they're cruel, but because you were never the point. You were just a transaction that didn't go as planned. You were just a statistic. So the child doesn't get his tooth back, and the family doesn't get help. The company doesn't change, and the shard never really tells you what lesson to learn. It just leaves you with a question that lingers longer than it should. How many times have you trusted something because it looked safer, only to find out later that safety was never included? No outrage, no warning label. Just the understanding that premium doesn't mean protected, and when something breaks, you're often the only one left holding it.